Up first this evening, the Bank of Jamaica has stepped into the market, offering millions of US dollars for sale as it seeks to calm some of the recent jitters that have been causing the Jamaican currency to slide over the last few weeks.
The intervention comes amid calls for the Bank of Jamaica to step in, but the government continues to stress there is no shortage of US dollars and that it will stick to having a flexible rate. TVJ's Dashan Hendricks has that story.
The dollar has been sliding in the past few weeks, moving from 127 to 1 3 months ago to now flirting with the 138 to 1 mark, a slide of about 8%. Jamaicans worried have been calling for something to be done, and the Bank of Jamaica now responding, selling 40 million US dollars on Friday. It means the central bank has offered 65 million US dollars to the market over the last 10 days, and it says it will offer another $35 million in the next 2 weeks. As that news was being released, the Minister of Finance, Dr. Nigel Clark, who along with the Bank of Jamaica governor has been doing the media rounds in recent weeks to educate and calm jitters, was on RJR 94 FM's Hotline program. Dr. Clark reiterating that the slide of the dollar is not supported by any bad economic numbers, continues to point out there is no shortage of US dollars in Jamaica, with 3.1 billion US dollars in reserves, a historic high.
Not only is there 3.1 billion US dollars at the Bank of Jamaica, but there is 3.5 billion US dollars at commercial banks. Add those two numbers.
Yes.
There's 6.6 billion US dollars in Jamaica right now.
So almost 7 billion US dollars in the market. But as the Bank of Jamaica prepares to add 55 million US dollars in total next week, the hope is that the factors pushing down the value of the Jamaican dollar will ease. Still, Dr. Clark stresses the country remains committed to maintaining a flexible exchange rate. It means those looking on should not see the intervention as a means of defending the currency.
Under a flexible exchange rate, the rate moves according to the demand and supply, and that is important, because if you try to artificially stop it moving according to demand and supply, the price that you eventually pay can be bad and destabilizing.
Yes.
It's not comfortable when it's happening because of our historical experience.
He says Jamaicans must get used to the idea of having a flexible exchange rate, pointing out that in recent months there have been 5 periods in which the dollar has been up and down, rather than the down Jamaicans have been accustomed to. He also points out that the Jamaican dollar is not the only one losing value against the US currency, as the greenback has been strengthening against all major trading currencies, from the Canadian dollar to the pound, to the euro, to the Chinese renminbi, and the Japanese yen in the last few months. Dashan Hendricks, TVJ News.